السلام عليكم.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله صلى الله عليه وسلم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أكرم المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه والتابعين. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير. وأشهد أن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد, brothers and sisters, السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. ورمضان مبارك إن شاء الله. Before I start the khutbah, brothers, a couple of notices here. One is when you come into a masjid while the khutbah is going on, you simply have to come in. All you can do is Assalamu alaikum quietly and sit down. The idea that you come in or somebody comes in and start treating people and say hi and how are you doing and shake hands and so on, that is forbidden. Al-Khutbah is part of your Jum'ah prayer. So what you cannot do while you are in prayer, you cannot do while the khutbah is going on. Otherwise, you lose your Jum'ah prayer. The second is, we need to, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that Islam is the religion of cleanliness and beauty. Allahu jamilun yuhibbul jamal. God is beautiful and He likes things to be beautiful. And the best thing to do is to make the house of Allah beautiful. We try our best, brothers and sisters. But you know, when we get some people visiting, the non-Muslims visiting, mosques, the first thing they are intrigued about is the shoes all over the place. You just throw your shoe everywhere. That's not what Islam calls for. We have to make sure that we pick our shoes, put them on the shelves, or in a way that it is organized to make the place look right. Okay? بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. So the month of Ramadan is the most blessed month by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's the best of the times. Why? Because the Quran came down in that month. So the Quran honored the month of Ramadan. And that's why. So today we're going to talk about the Quran that came down during the month of Ramadan. The month of Ramadan is in which was revealed the Quran, a guidance to mankind and clear proof of the guidance and the criterion of right and wrong. The Quran is the everlasting miracle. It is the only remaining miracle that keeps civilizing humanity and elevates their level. With that major miracle, some look for physical miracles, like the ones that came on hands of the previous prophets. We know that prophets, Moses had miracles, physical ones. God came to become a snake. He split the sea, and so on. Physical miracles. Jesus, alayhi salam, had miracles. Okay? So people were asking, why can't Muhammad have physical miracles like before? And they said, وَأَقْسَمُوا بِاللَّهِ جَهْدَ أَيْمَانِهِمْ لَإِنْ جَاءَتْهُمْ آيَةً لِيُؤْمِنَنَّ بِهَا. And they swore a solemn oath by Allah that if there come unto them a sign, a miracle, they will believe therein. So they were looking for that miracle to believe. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not answer the demands of those. It is not the job of the religion to freeze the infantile mind of people, nor going along with the stubborn, as nothing convinces the stubborn. The Quran answered those people by saying, أَوَلَمْ يَكْفِهِمْ أَنَّا أَنزَلْنَا عَلَيْكَ الْكِتَابَ يُتْلَى عَلَيْهِمْ إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَرَحْمَةً وَذِكْرًا لِقَوْمٍ يُؤْمِنُونَ. Isn't it enough for them that we have sent down unto thee the scripture, which is read unto them? For herein verily is mercy and a reminder for all who believe. So that's the miracle I'm giving you, people. Not a physical miracle, but this is a miracle. Look at it. Islam sees the role of the religion is to make people grow up intellectually. They can think for themselves. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, سَنُرِيهِمْ آيَاتِنَا فِي الْآفَاقِ وَفِي أَنفُسِهِمْ حَتَّى يَتَبَيَّنَ لَهُمْ أَنَّهُ الْحَقُّ. And we will show them our signs on the horizons and in themselves until they are convinced it is the truth. But some would ask, why not? If those people are asking for physical miracles, why not give them physical miracles? The answer is that people before them, when they were given what they asked for, they still rejected its authenticity. Those are the stubborn, who hold tight to their disbelief. Stubbornness of some went as far as asking for punishments in order to be convinced. As the Quran says, وإذ قالوا اللهم إن كان هذا هو الحق من عندك فامطر علينا حجارة من السماء أو ائتنا بعذاب أليم. And when they said, "O Allah, if this is indeed the truth from thee, then rain down stones on us, or bring on us some painful doom." Those are the people, for their stubbornness made them lose their sense of reason. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَفَتَحْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ بَابًا مِنَ السَّمَاءِ فَظَلُّوا فِيهِ يَعْرُجُونَ لَقَالُوا إِنَّمَا سُكِّرَتْ أَبْصَارُنَا بَلْ نَحْنُ قَوْمٌ مَسْحُورُونَ. And even if we open unto them a gate of heaven, and they kept mounting through it, they will still not be convinced. They will say, "Our sight is wrong. Nay, but we are bewitched." It happened that Thamud asked for a physical miracle so they would believe in the message brought down by Prophet Salih. And a young camel was created from nothing and said to them, "There is a camel," and the camel testifies for Salih. But stubbornness and determination on the wrong. As the Quran says, وَآتَيْنَا ثَمُودَ النَّاقَةَ مُبْصِرَةً فَظَلَمُوا بِهَا وَمَا نُرْسِلُ بِالْآيَاتِ إِلَّا تَخْوِيفًا. And we gave Thamud, the female camel, a clear sign, a miracle. But they did wrong by her. We send not signs except to warn. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the camel as a fitna. إِنَّا مُرْسِلُ النَّاقَةَ فِتْنَةً لَهُمْ فَارْتَقِبْهُمْ وَاصْطَبِرْ. Lo, we are sending the female camel as a test for them. So watch them and have patience. We will show them our signs on the horizons and in themselves until they realize it is the truth. The Quran, the everlasting miracle, that keeps on showing the right path and proves that Islam is the truth. The Quranic way is that it says to the human being, you are not a human being except by your mind. You are not a human being except by your character. And the role of the Quran is to open your mind and insert logic, and open your heart to insert light. In Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِلَهُكُمْ إِلَهٌ وَاحِدٌ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا هُوَ الرَّحْمَنُ الرَّحِيمُ. Your God is one God. There is no God save Him, the most gracious, most merciful. There is a God, and He is one, not three, not less than one. He is one, and everyone else is below Him, created by Him, sustained by Him, and controlled by Him. And here say, what is the proof? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answers, إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار والفلك التي تجري في البحر بما ينفع الناس وما أنزل الله من السماء من ماء فأحيا به الأرض بعد موتها وبث فيها من كل دابة وتصريف الرياح والسحاب المسخر بين السماء والأرض لآيات لقوم يعقلون. Look in the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the difference of night and day, and the ships which run upon the sea, which is abuse to mankind, and the water which Allah sends down from the sky, thereby reviving the earth after its death, and dispersing all kinds of beasts therein, and in ordinance of the winds and the clouds, obedient between heaven and earth, are all signs of Allah's sovereignty for people who can reason. Quran is full with reason, think, reflect. The creation testifies for the Creator. So using one's mind, reflecting on the earth, the skies, and all that is in between, one must conclude that there is a Creator. Not only a Creator, but also a sustainer. All of these tight laws the universe follows must have one who put them in place. So, there is no God but Him. Resurrection is the truth. We're supposed to believe in resurrection. Yawm al-Qiyamah. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم إن زلزلة الساعة شيء عظيم. يوم ترونها تذهل كل مرضعة عما أرضعت وتضع كل ذات حمل حملها وترى الناس سكارى وما هم بسكارى ولكن عذاب الله شديد. O mankind, fear your God. Though the earthquake of the hour of doom is a tremendous thing, on the day when you behold it, every nursing mother will forget her nursling, and every pregnant woman will be delivered of her burden, and you, Muhammad, will see mankind as drunken. Yet we will not be really drunken, but the doom of God will be strong. Why should we believe in that? In verse 5 of the same surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يا أيها الناس إن كنتم في ريب من البعث فإنا خلقناكم من تراب ثم من نطفة ثم من علقة ثم من مضغة مخلقة وغير مخلقة لنبين لكم ونقر في الأرحام ما نشاء إلى أجل مسمى ثم نخرجكم طفلا ثم لتبلغوا أشدكم ومنكم من يتوفى ومنكم من يرد إلى أرض العمر لكي لا يعلم من بعد علم شيئا وترى الأرض هامدة فإذا أنزلنا عليها الماء اهتزت وربت وأنبتت من كل زوج بهيج. O mankind, if you are in doubt concerning resurrection, then lo, we have created you from dust, then from a drop of seed, then from something that clings, then from a little lump of flesh shapely and shapeless, that we may make it clear for you. And we cause what we will to remain in wombs for an appointed time, and afterward we bring you forth as infants, then give you growth, that you attain your full strength. And among you there is who will die young, and among you there is he will be brought back to the most abject time of life, so that after knowledge he knows nothing. So indeed, those are the signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Say, you want miracles? Here are the miracles. سنريهم آياتنا في الآفاق وفي أنفسهم حتى يتبين لهم أنهم الحق. So those are the miracles within ourselves. Reflect on those. Reflecting on those stages of creation tells us that we were created, and the Creator who created us indeed can bring us back. As in Surah Al-Qiyamah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talking about people who don't want to believe and say reflect. ألم يكن نطفة من مني يمنى ثم كان علقة فخلق فسوى فجعل منه الذكر والأنثى أليس ذلك بقادر على أن يحيي الموتى؟ The Quran says, we created you from a drop of seed, and the drop of seed became something that clings on inside the womb. And from that something that meant we created you pairs of men and women. So for that, don't you think that who made all of this can bring you back to life on that day of resurrection? The Quran, the miracle that keeps giving. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created humans, planted in them the fitrah. So our fitrah tells us that there is a God. There is a God. Even if we sometimes try to pretend. So in the first aircraft that went to space, there was a Russian, a Soviet. And when the astronaut was up there, he quietly murmured something. What did he say? He said, "What carries this craft like this?" He was amazed. Who carries this craft? How is it being carried this way? The fitrah. The answer came in the Quran. إن الله يمسك السماوات والأرض أن تزولا وإن زالتا إن أمسكهما من أحد من بعده إنه كان حليما غفورا. Though Allah grasps the heavens and the earth, that they deviate not, and if they were to deviate, there is not one that could grasp them beside him. Lo, he is ever clever. This is the Quran that Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam depended upon to guide the whole humanity. God has given it to Muhammad to educate the Arabs, and after that to educate all humanity. So have we known our message? Have we realized our responsibility? Have we realized the danger in deviating from our book that came to us? Do we follow what we all read in the Quran every day, or do we simply read the words? You know, there is a very good tradition for Muslims during the month of Ramadan, and that is to read the Quran. And in most masajid, they try to finish reading the Quran at least once during the month of Ramadan, the Taraweeh. That's nice. That's very good. There are people who do that also at home, and some will actually compete with each other. I know people who would really finish reading the Quran 3 or 4 times during that month. Is that good? Of course it's good. But the Quran is to be read, to reflect upon, to think, to put it in practice. Just reading the Quran without knowing the meaning of the Quran and what it actually asks for, if that is the case, it is a waste of time. The Quran is there to be read, reflected upon, thought about, and then put in practice, following it. One time, brothers and sisters, when we had one of the funerals, somebody came to me and said, may I please leave a copy of the Quran with the body we're going to bury? I said, no. The Quran is for the living. It's not for the dead. It's too late for the dead. It will be useless to the dead. A lot of us, we see sometimes where we put the Quran everywhere in the house. I saw on occasions the Quran sitting on the back shelf in the car, and the son is ruining it. Why? The Quran is useless unless it is read and understood and followed. Otherwise, it is useless and we're wasting our time and does not do us any benefit. By following this religion, a strong and a vast nation was built, Islamic nation. A nation that was a first world nation. Now, it is a third world nation, or fourth, if there is such a thing. Why? The reason lies in us. We are responsible for what happened and what is happening to us. Nobody let us down except ourselves. If the Muslims read the Quran and followed it, there would not have been anyone who would hurt us. The Muslims became specialists in hurting each other. The Jews killed Muslims in Palestine. But you know what? The Arabs killed more. The Palestinians themselves killed more Palestinians than what Israel killed. The strange thing is that the history repeats itself. And when we don't take a lesson, Jerusalem fell to non-Muslims towards the end of the 4th Hijri century. Why? Were there Muslims capable of defending it? No, but they were disunited. Baghdad did not move. Cairo did not move. Damascus did not move. Mecca did not move. And they all left Jerusalem to its fate. The enemy was like a lioness that lost her cub. They moved in all directions, killing all. It is told that 70,000 Muslims were killed in one day. And the reason is the division of the Ummah. And history repeats itself. Some years back, Bosnia was attacked. Its men were killed. Its women were raped. And the old and the young were left to die. And those were the lucky ones. All of that was happening under the noses of Muslims, with most so-called Muslim countries maintaining diplomatic relations with the oppressing Serbs. In Kosovo, Chechnya, in Libya, where the Libyan people rose to take their rights from a dictator, a tyrant, what happened? Who helped them? The Muslims? No. The non-Muslims came to their help. How about Syria now, with all what is going on? Did the Muslims move? No. They're still asleep. Brothers and sisters, the nature of our Islamic nations is division, unless united by the religion. Arabia, for example, never had a central growing body before Islam. A central governing body before Islam. They were tribes, and it will become tribes unless united by their faith. This is the truth supported by history. The Quran that built a strong nation that spread civilization across the East and the West. What made us cast it aside? It is not a book for the dead we read to ask forgiveness for them. Rather, it's a book that came to organize the living. As traffic lights organize traffic, the Quran organizes humanity and controls its temptations. It is the tie between this life and the hereafter, between the body and the soul, and between the mind and emotions. ونزلنا عليك الكتاب تبيانا لكل شيء وهدى ورحمة وبشرى للمسلمين. And we reveal the scripture unto you as an exposition of all things, and a guidance and a mercy, and good tidings for those who have surrendered to God. We indeed are in need of this guidance and for this mercy.
أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم قدوة. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله.
Brothers and sisters, the Islamic nation has a lot of obstacles to overcome. Its enemies are working hard and do not sleep. There are thousands of Islamic fronts, but those must be organized by the correct fiqh, organized by logic, and controlled by wisdom. Wisdom, which most of these fronts lack. Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam spoke against idols when he started to call for Islam. Spoke. Never thought of destroying one idol, even after 20 years of calling. In the year of Hudaybiyah, the treaty, and when they went for Umrah, the Prophet led the Muslims around the Kaaba, with 360 idols surrounding the Kaaba. The Prophet and his companions never thought of destroying one. This is the correct path. This is wisdom, lived to us by our Prophet. Those who think that childish attitudes and who want to change things rapidly are simple-minded and lack wisdom, even if they were right. So the Prophet had the wisdom, say, to wait until the right moment to get rid of the idols, which he did later on. Something else we should mention here is the philosophy of pain in Islam. Pain, when inflicted, should lead to the remembrance of God and going back to Him. وَلَقَدْ أَرْسَلْنَا إِلَىٰ أُمَمٍ مِّن قَبْلِكَ فَأَخَذْنَاهُمْ بِالْبَأْسَاءِ وَالضَّرَّاءِ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَضَرَّعُونَ. We have sent unto people that were before you, and we brought tribulation and adversity, in order that they might grow humble, if only when our disasters came on them, they have been humble. Pain have been inflicted on Muslims various occasions. Earthquakes, droughts, civil wars, and so on.
What happened? Did they go back? Did they really go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala?
No. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَكِنْ قَسَتْ قُلُوبُهُمْ وَزَيَّنَ لَهُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. But their hearts were hardened, and the evil made all that they used to see they used to do seem fair unto them. Brothers and sisters,
But we are here in the States.
we are part of this Muslim nation, and until what we suffer from the same ills, the rest of the nation suffers from. Brothers and sisters, tribalism is alive and well.
Tribalism is alive and well within our ranks. We still think of this as such and such. This is an Arab. This is a non-Arab. This is Middle Eastern. This is not, and so on. Tribalism. That is what Islam came to abolish. We went back to it. We, as I said, let's not talk about overseas and those countries. Talking about our own community here in the Twin Cities area. And tribalism is alive and well. We have to work very hard on demolishing and abolishing this idol, because it's an idol. So here and in this mosque, alhamdulillah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us accomplishing that. No place in this mosque for tribalism. Everyone is the same. No matter where he or she came from, what language they speak, or what traditions they have. All are Muslims, and all are equal. إِنَّا خَلَقْنَاكُم مِّن ذَكَرٍ وَأُنثَىٰ وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ شُعُوبًا وَقَبَائِلَ لِتَعَارَفُوا. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, we have created you from one pair, Adam and Eve, and we made you nations and tribes in order for you to get to know each other, cooperate with each other. إِنَّ أَكْرَمَكُمْ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ أَتْقَاكُمْ. The best among you is the most righteous. Not the one that's coming from one place or another, not the one with a lot of money, not the one with a high position, but the most righteous in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So brothers and sisters, this is the month of the Quran. And what we have to do is to put the Quran as the spot that we always look at. This is our miracle that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave to Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. And let's see, that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, it's the lance of the messenger, the seal of the prophet, the seal. Khatam Nabiyyin. Why? Because of the Quran. So before, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the book, and the book was lost, changed, amended, and so on. So the next prophet came with the book. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for those occasions gave the opportunity to mankind to protect the book, to preserve it. And the mankind failed. For the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّا نَحْنُ نَزَّلْنَا الذِّكْرَ وَإِنَّا لَهُ لَحَافِظُونَ. We, God is talking. We brought down this revelation, and we, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, vow to preserve it. It's not up to the humankind anymore. And that's why there is no need for another prophet. Because if there would be another prophet, the prophet would come with the same book. The book is here, unchanged, unamended, exactly the same as it came down on the time of Prophet Gabriel alayhi salam to Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. So let us make the Quran and let's follow. The Quran says, think. Just don't take whatever people tell you, no matter what they are, sheikh or imam or whatever. Think for yourself. Be part of the process. Okay? As Imam Shafi'i rahimahullah used to say, إِنِّي بَشَرٌ أُخْطِئُ وَأُصِيبُ فَأَعْرِضُوا رَأْيِي عَلَى الْقُرْآنِ وَالسُّنَّةِ. I am a human being. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. So, look at my opinion and compare it to the Quran and the Sunnah. Make sure it is in accordance with the Quran and the Sunnah. Let us pray. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وبارك لنا فيما اعطيت اللهم اشف موتانا اشف مرضانا واشف مرضى المسلمين وارحم موتانا وموتى المسلمين
اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه، وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. عباد الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله يذكركم ويثبت أقدامكم وأقيموا الصلاة يرحمكم الله.
الله أكبر الله أكبر، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح، قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر، لا إله إلا الله.
استقيموا يرحمكم الله. Straighten your lines. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الرحمن الرحيم، مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين، اهدنا الصراط المستقيم، صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان. الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان. والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان. والأرض وضعها للأنام فيها فاكهة والنخل ذات الأكمام والحب ذو العصف والريحان. فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان؟ خلق الإنسان من صلصال كالفخار وخلق الجان من مارج من نار. فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان؟ الله. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الرحمن الرحيم، مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين، اهدنا الصراط المستقيم، صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر، كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون، كلا لو تعلمون علم اليقين لترون الجحيم ثم لترونها عين اليقين ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر.
الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Brothers and sisters, tomorrow, inshallah, the fundraising night for this masjid, and actually for this masjid and the masjid in Maplewood. So we like as many of you to come and to contribute, inshallah. So it starts tomorrow, this masjid, Maghrib time. And you know, our brothers and sisters in Burma are having a hard time, and there will be a march that is on Friday, August 17th, 3 o'clock. The meeting point is Dale Street and University Avenue. So solidarity with our Muslims in Burma. Jazakumullah.